There are a ton of AI tools that are fun and flashy, but what I actually care about is simple. Does this save me time, or does it improve the quality of what I produce in the same amount of time? Right now, I use 8 AI tools that deliver outsized returns on both. Saving 1,000 hours per year with AI sounds insane, but break that down and it's about 20 hours per week with today's tools. That is absolutely achievable. Let's start with one of the easiest ways to get immediate leverage: vibe coding. Vibe coding. The fastest way to build your own tools. People assume you need serious technical skills to build software. You don't. You write a few sentences, you get a working tool, then you request changes in plain English. Now, I'm not talking about building production SaaS apps, at least not yet. I'm talking about internal tools where it's not a big deal if something breaks. And honestly, that's where the biggest time savings live. Once you start thinking, what small tool could solve this annoying problem? You start seeing opportunities everywhere. Example, my AI video ranking tool recently. I made a video ranking AI video models. I needed 100 videos playing simultaneously on a giant canvas that I could move around and rank. Nothing like this existed. My only alternative was doing it in Premiere during editing, which would have taken hours and wouldn't have been live. So I vibe coded it in about 15 to 20 minutes. The tool lets me create boards, move them around, batch upload videos, auto-label everything, drag clips into tiers, extend the board, track totals across comparisons. Even with 80 comparisons running at once, nothing broke. Pretty wild. And the starting prompt? Extremely simple. From there, I just iterated. I can't move the boards. Zoom isn't working. Back and forth in plain English until it worked perfectly. The bigger point, yes, that's a niche use case. That's exactly why it's powerful. Everyone has specific workflows that no general software will ever support. Why would someone build a product for the 100 people who need your exact workflow? Instead, you can just build it yourself, often for free. I've used the same approach to build things like a YouTube comment, analyzer sentiment, questions, pain points of prompt database with dynamic variables embedded on our site. Once you start doing this, you'll realize any repetitive task is a candidate for automation. When you want to go beyond internal tools for quick internal tools, AI Studio is the easiest free entry point. If you want more power, Lovable gives great for prototypes. Emergent better for production apps. Emergent is especially impressive. It builds full backends, payment systems, and even runs autonomous bug testing agents. Very cool. If you want to ship something real, automation that runs your business. Zapier. Another massive time saver for us at Futuredia is Zapier. We have pages of automations running. Its biggest strength is simple. It keeps all your tools talking to each other without you touching APIs. Quick example from our stack. When someone purchases in Kajabi, gives Zapier, finds them in Behave gives, then updates their status to skill customer gives. So they receive the correct emails, set once, runs forever. Zapier AI agents. Zapier has also become one of the easiest ways to build AI agents. You describe what you want, and the Copilot builds the workflow. For example, I built a sponsor enrichment agent. Now, when a company reaches out, I drop them into a Google Sheet. The agent researches the company. It outputs a clean one-page summary, including what they sell, pricing, competitors, red flags, audience fit, whether we should pursue one follow-up prompt, and it worked perfectly. This same pattern works for lead enrichment sales pipelines, customer support, triage, vendor research. Visual workflows. Nano Banana Pro. Switching to creative tools. Nano Banana Pro has saved me an absurd amount of time. It has excellent prompt adherence, very strong text rendering, natural language editing for YouTube. I constantly need quick visuals. Example, I needed a graphic showing how Gemini is old way. Find icons, arrange in Photoshop, add arrows, export 30 to 60 minutes. New way, one prompt. First try was already usable. Then I just said, invert the colors. Don the ridiculous receipt example in the same video. I needed fake receipts, but very specific ones. From a fictional vibe, coding, spiritual retreat. We brainstormed items like prompt enrichment sound, bath artisan, GPU, heatsink water. Simulated Rick Rubin nod of approval, hallucination insurance. Then I prompted Nano Banana. Generate a realistic receipt. First try was perfect. Clean text, realistic hand holding it, no errors. That would have taken forever manually. Why I use an aggregator. I don't usually run Nano Banana inside the Gemini app because of watermarking and workflow friction. Instead, I use an aggregator like Higgs. It gives access to Veosora, Klinghai-Luo, and others all in one place. Huge time saver when you're iterating across models. For example, in my cinematic AI video, Nano Banana gives generated keyframes, Veo gives handled dialogue scenes, Kling handled motion control shots all inside one workflow. Meeting notes without bots, Granola next tool, Granola. There are lots of AI meeting assistants. What I like about Granola is no bot joins your call. Some people hate meeting bots, and some companies block them entirely. Granola records system audio instead. During meetings, I just jot rough notes. Afterward, it merges the full transcript. My notes clean structured summary, and the chat has full context, so I can ask, what did Sarah say about the dev budget? And it pulls the exact quote. Smarter dictation everywhere. Whisperflow, another massive time saver. Whisperflow. Yeah. Standard dictation is faster than typing, but it's messy. Whisperflow uses AI to clean your speech automatically. If you ramble, backtrack, or say a lot, it fixes it. For example, if you say, hey John, wait, Sarah, send the documents, no, videos, it outputs, hey Sarah, could you send over the videos? That's incredibly useful for emails, messages, prompting AI tools, long-form inputs. I end up giving much richer prompts because speaking is faster than typing. NotebookLM, the most underrated knowledge tool. I still think NotebookLM is underused. Its biggest advantage: forced citations. That dramatically reduces hallucinations. But here's the real power most people miss. You can use NotebookLM as a knowledge base inside Gemini. My YouTube strategist example, I built a YouTube strategist gem. It needed my video transcripts, my analytics, instead of manually copying everything. I dropped my video links into NotebookLM. It automatically pulled transcripts. Then in Gemini, I connected the notebook as the knowledge base. Now every recommendation is grounded in my actual data. Huge time saver, run in local AI. The easy way, Pinocchio. Last one. This is more niche. If you ever run open source AI locally, Pinocchio makes it dramatically easier. Without it, setup can get messy fast. With Pinocchio, one-click installs for many popular tools. Even if you're technical, it still saves time. If you're not technical, it removes most of the pain entirely. Final thoughts: there are way more AI tools out there. I focused on the ones that create the biggest real productivity gains in my workflow. If you start with just a few of these, especially vibe coding and automation, saving 20 hours per week is genuinely within reach. And once you start looking for opportunities to eliminate friction, you'll find them everywhere.